Good morning. Tigwanuwaladus. Greetings, Chairman Simpson, Ranking Member Pingree, and honorable members of the subcommittee. On behalf of the St. Regis Mohawk tribe, we thank you for this opportunity to testify before the subcommittee. Our tribe is a federally recognized tribal government responsible for promoting the education and welfare of all of our tribal members. The tribe is located on the Akwesasne Mohawk territory in New York and has over 16,580 enrolled tribal members, with approximately half of these members living on the reservation. As our territory exists on both sides of the U.S.-Canada border, we have an increased need for resources to support our law enforcement and public safety services. We also heavily rely on programs funded through the Environment Protection Agency due to 3 off-reservation Superfund sites located directly upstream and upwind from where we draw our drinking water and reside. For these reasons and more, the tribe is requesting that this subcommittee consider the following requests. First, direct the Department of Interior, including the BIA, BIE, and IHS, to uphold its treaty and trust obligations to federally funded and recognized tribal governments. As the complex interplay between Congress, the President, and courts wrestle with issues in an increasingly chaotic world, we need your help to ensure stability for the BIA, BIE, and IHS as they uphold their trust obligations to us. This is best accomplished by fully funding these critical programs. The appropriations process is the best mechanism by which Congress can direct these organizations to do so. Second, increase funding for BIA public safety programs. As our tribe straddles the U.S.-Canada border, it has developed a partnership with various state and federal agencies to provide extensive public safety and justice services to address cross-boundary issues in addition to normal police work on the American side of the border. However, additional funds for tribal courts, law enforcement, criminal investigations, and the correction system are needed as public safety threats continue to grow. Third, fully fund the BIA and BIE at $27.1 billion. Indian country cannot afford more cuts to crucial programs. On our reservation, there are over 1,000 school-aged children. They rely on the reliable funding guaranteed to us by our treaties with the federal government. To ensure those obligations are met, we ask you to fully fund the BIA and BIE. Fourth, fully fund the IHS at $63 billion and continue advance appropriations to protect tribal health care services during government shutdowns. American Indians experience severe health disparities and chronic diseases at much higher rates than other populations. These conditions are compounded by the chronic underfunding of the Indian health system, which must be reflected by fully funding IHS. We also urge the House to once again include advance appropriations for IHS for fiscal year 2027 in order to prevent uncertainties arising from government shutdowns that destabilize the continuity of care needed to reduce these disparities. And fifth, fund tribal EPA programs and fully fund the removal of the General Motors dump in Messina, New York, which is adjacent to our community. The tribe is finalizing the work plan and budget for renewal of the next 5-year Performance Partnership Agreement, or PPA. The tribe currently has 16 programs included in the PPA. The PPA streamlines the award of funds to the tribe and allows flexibility for implementation, and is therefore an integral part of the tribe's ability to implement environmental protections and exercise self-governance. One of the most pressing environmental issues for the tribe is the General Motors Superfund site in 2 northern New York counties on the St. Lawrence River. In the 1960s and 70s, the Alcoa, Reynolds, and General Motors factories in Messina dumped cancer-causing PCBs on land near Akwesasne. GM also released PCBs into the St. Lawrence, Grass, and Racket rivers nearby. The site is adjacent to and upstream from our reservation and impacts around 4,000 Mohawks. The community traditionally uses these river waters and wetland areas for drinking water and cultural traditions. For decades, the released chemicals caused severe health problems for tribal members, and that continues today. A fully complete cleanup of the health hazard would ensure a safer community for our tribe and the neighboring communities. Yamagowa, thank you for taking the time to consider the appropriation requests of our tribe. We look forward to working with you as you implement measures to uphold the federal trust obligations.